Hi there, my name is Suze and I'm a divine feminine energy healer and guide. Thank you so much for being here. Today we're going to talk about the thought of you're overreacting. I think a lot of us have heard that phrase somewhere, either directed at us or maybe we've spoken it or we've heard someone else saying it to someone else. That term has come up a lot. And before we get into that, I would like to make something very, very clear here on my channel moving forward here on YouTube. The messages and insights that I give on this channel are for people who are on a journey of healing their heart space, reconnecting to their heart, learning how to live their life from an open-hearted space. People who are on a path of reconnecting to their intuition and allowing their intuition to guide their life and their decisions and how they move through this world. The people who are on a journey of connecting the mind and the heart space together in unity, in harmony, connecting deeply to yourself and your heart space. Those are the people that my messages, my insights are for. If you are not on a heart-centered journey, an intuitive-centered journey, my messages and my insights are not for you. Thank you for understanding. Back to those beautiful souls who are on a journey similar to mine of healing your heart space, opening your heart, learning to love and trust and value yourself, tapping into your intuition and living your life in that open-hearted space kind of a way, a healer kind of way. Thank you for being here. I welcome you back to the channel. Thank you so much to those of you who've recently left me some beautiful comments on my channel on some of the messages I have left recently. Thank you so much for sharing vulnerably from your heart and for letting me know that I am helping support you, validate you, and empower you forward on your journey. We need more of that in this world. Thank you for doing your part in healing yourself so that you can help heal the world collectively outside of yourself. Thank you so much for being here. So let's talk about the whole idea of you're overreacting. I want to peel back the layers a little bit here. Some of us may already know, you may have already done some level of emotional healing work on yourself to know that if someone says to you, you're overreacting, it feels very shamey, right? You maybe have done enough emotional awareness around yourself to recognize that. You're overreacting. It feels critical. It feels shaming. It feels like you're doing something wrong, right? And the minute that you're getting that energy or that message of you're doing something wrong or something is wrong with you, we're in very dangerous emotional territory. Because the minute you're in a space of I'm doing something wrong or I shouldn't be feeling this way or I am being too much right now, you can already start to see the direction that conversation is going. And it's shame, it's shutdown, it's withdrawal, it's disconnect, it's negative self-thinking is often the path that will result from that kind of a space of being. Now let's go a little bit deeper. If someone is saying you're overreacting, this is really dangerous. Because when someone is having a reaction in their body, it is their physical body trying to tell them something in the only way the body knows how to communicate with us. It is a part of your being. We are more than just our body, yes, but we are also a human body. It is your human body trying to tell you something. I apologize, you guys. I'm getting over a cold. So my nose is a little ruddy today. I apologize. Your body is trying to tell you something. So if the response externally to you, having a visceral response in your body, and someone outside of you is to tell you you're overreacting, it's instantly triggering a potential gateway for you to go down of not trusting your body, invalidating your body, dismissing what your body is trying to tell you, suppressing, repressing what your body is trying to tell you, avoiding what your body is trying to tell you, numbing, escaping, distracting, you name it. All of the unhealing coping mechanisms of going around the problem instead of going through the problem and getting to the other side. If we're in a space of telling someone they're overreacting, you are directly influencing energetically, influencing them to not trust what is happening. You're also disempowering them, because if you're telling someone you're overreacting, you're not empowering them to have the belief in their ability to be bigger than the big emotional reaction that they're experiencing. You're denying them powerful access to look at, why am I overreacting? What is this big emotional response trying to tell me about myself? What inner part of me is trying to be heard and seen and acknowledged and healed? Go through it to have the breakthrough to come out on the other side, so that moving forward, I don't keep overreacting. I am able to heal, understand, love, and know myself better, so that in the future, a more healed version of myself is what I meant to say, version, won't be in this space again of overreacting. I'm able to work through my reactions in a less overwhelming, overpowering way. Telling someone they're overreacting is not only dismissing and invalidating their experience, it is denying them access to their own power of being bigger than their big emotional reactions. It is denying someone access to their healing of going through the reaction, learning what it's trying to tell them, heal and close it out, and move forward so that they can be more responsive in the future instead of reactive in the future. And let's go to the root of the matter here. In my experience with myself and in working with other people, I have come to learn that when someone is having an experience that someone else may label as you're overreacting, that overreaction is coming from a big emotional experience that happened in childhood or sometime long ago, where there was not the level of emotional support around them. There was not the level of emotional tools, regulation, and support to help them learn how to healthily, respectfully, lovingly work through the big emotions. It is working through the big emotions and developing skills to learn how to deal with big emotions, that over time and over practice of repeating this process, you get to a space where you're not overreacting. But you can't get to that space of not overreacting until you go through. It's just like any other breakthrough in life. If you keep avoiding and resisting, you're denying access to some potential opportunity of expanding yourself and your power, expanding your nervous system, expanding your mind, expanding your emotional intelligence and maturity, expanding your heart space, because you have held the space for your own heart and feelings, emotions, and needs. This whole thing of you're overreacting needs to go away. It is harming us far more than it is helping us. The only person that it is helping is the person who's speaking the "you're overreacting," because they think they're helping, but they themselves have not developed the emotional skill set to sit with someone in big emotions, learn how to create a safe space, learn how to slow them down, and slowly untangle the mess to empower them. This takes a high level of emotional maturity and is a definitely developed skill set that takes time and practice within yourself. You know, I talk a lot on this channel about the idea of the wealth of emotions, and this whole idea of you're overreacting really kind of makes that point even more clear. If we learn to look at our emotions as a wealth of information that is being given to us that we can choose to receive or we can choose to reject, we can choose to dismiss, we can choose to shame away, we can choose to suppress, repress, deny, numb, escape. We can choose to reject. So when we're having a big emotional experience, it is an opportunity of big wealth of information, first of all, and also an opportunity of wealth of self-power in going through it and coming out on the other side. But we have to stop and ask ourselves some questions. And this is where a lot of people don't like to be. This is very self-responsible, taking accountability for your own emotional health, taking responsibility for your big emotional responses, reactions, and looking it dead in the eye instead of creating resistance. I think it is a pretty well-known fact that humans need connection. What is connection? Connection is a coming together. It is an embracing, a welcoming, a holding, a coming in to yourself or including someone else with you. If connection is what we really deeply need as humans, then it is a bringing in and not a rejection, not a resistance to, not a pushing away, not a shaming. And overreacting is doing exactly that. Telling someone they're overreacting is doing exactly that. It is pushing away instead of going through to find a more empowered self on the other end of it. Sorry again, you guys. Saying you're overreacting is part of a scarcity mindset because it is subliminally telling someone that either either the person speaking doesn't, or they don't believe that the person they're speaking to has the power to be bigger than their big emotions. The person has the power to go through the really difficult emotions, to learn what needs to be learned, to see about the self what needs to be seen, to heal what needs to be healed in the self, to create a bigger, more healed, more powerful, more valuable, more loving person on the other side of the equation. I think I'm going to leave the video there for today. I welcome your comments and your feedback. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Sending so much love and healing to you all.